Why are you nervous? It's all right. Don't worry. You're gonna do well. I'm a science teacher. I've been teaching for about 3 years. I didn't really plan on being a science teacher. Originally, I wanted to be a maths teacher because I really liked doing maths, and I was doing like extension 2 maths, which is like the top maths. But I chose the wrong subjects, and here I am, science teacher. Teaching's always been my thing because ever since I was a teenager, I've always had younger cousins. I'm hosting events, not events, like making games for them to play, recording videos and stuff. So I'm always the one taking lead because I'm the oldest. In year 12, year 11, I didn't know what I was doing. But my mum was like, you should be a teacher. And I'm like, sure. It made sense though. Maths made me boost my confidence quite off a lot because I was like, oh, I'm good at maths. But then when I was doing science, I was just like, I get it, but I don't get it. So that's why I'm back at science. I'm trying to break it down in a way that they understand. I do integrate some brain rot into my education. So, for example, solvent, solute, solvent, I link it back to Among Us because we know that the imposter vents and destroys the other crewmates. That's how they understand the terminology. The scene difference like between Gen Z and Gen Alpha in like year 7, year 8, I taught 2 years ago, 3 years ago. They're Gen Z technically. There was less behavior management. I sensed it very much because I'm young. I'm a young teacher. The kids are just like 6, 7, and then they're just tung tung sahur every single time. And every time I say the role, they're like tung tung sahir, and I'm like, I'm not gonna say the role anymore. Like it's just, it's just distracting. Like leave me alone. Why? Why? I don't know. It's something about them. I don't like them. Whoa, maybe we should call that out. But it's not that I don't like them. It's more like I feel like there's a huge generational gap. They don't have the same values as Gen Z does. God, just look at their grades. Every time I teach them, I see them. I do see a little bit of myself in them, and it's kind of like, what's it called? Help them think about their future careers. Because when I was in high school, no teacher ever talked to me about careers and stuff and how practical it would be. Like, no one asked what I wanted to be. There is any time in the classroom, I ask the kids, like, hey, what do you want to do? And then we just talk about, like, where would you go from there? What happens if this were happens for that? And sometimes, obviously, there are some kids, like students, that feel comfortable enough to come and talk to me about their issues. They even tell me weird stuff about their life, which I didn't really want to know. And because kids or students are like the foundation of society, I think it's important that they do learn skills in terms of social and that they're valued because majority of the kids nowadays they don't value themselves at all. Social media paints an image for them to compare themselves to. So they compare themselves to such high standards that they see themselves as like below like human basically, and they don't value themselves. They value other people more than them, and yeah, it's just unfortunate. But I hope that they see value in themselves when they're in my classroom. If I were to be a superhero, I'd choose Spider-Man because he's for the people and like he's very humanized. And that's what I want to be for my students. Because sometimes you see your teachers and you're like, you don't think of them as human. And when you see them outside, you're like, oh, what the? You don't live in the school? So, like, same concept. Like, I want to humanize myself for the kids to see that, hey, I'm human too. But also sometimes Batman. Um, Batman because he wears black and he just seems cool. Like he's just like hello, he's rich. That's all you want. Can you imagine a buff teacher? That'd be so scared. You meet so many people every day. People could like if you walk around, you see someone looks a nice outfit, you're already influenced. Like you already have an impact. So I hope that, to make an impact, same as a little pebble in the ocean. So yeah.